May Gavannen everyone, welcome back to some more Divide and Conquer with Dale. Now, without further ado, we shall immediately jump into an end turn and see what AI decides to do. But as you may remember from the last week's episode, we had a rather unfortunate turn of events as things in the forest went quite sour and quite south quite quickly. The reason being me not being... that's actually quite tempting. Very tempting indeed. Tell you what, I still want your capital thing. Maybe it's not your capital anymore, but then I can focus on Dol Guldur and not having to worry about you. So, if you give me a region, and the region is Lest, and... very demanding, okay, fair enough. You get trade rights, you get map information, and... tell you what, I'll even throw in 200. Yeah, no chance. Well, in that case, you won't have a ceasefire. The ceasefire would aid them more than it aids me as well at this point, so I'm not too keen on giving it to them too freely. Now, what was I saying? Yeah, so Dol Guldur. The forest went badly, seeing as I apparently do not have proper units. A few too many of my units are still at a level below the runic ones. And that is not... what's the word I'm looking for? Desirable. And therefore we are going to attempt to rectify this situation as quickly as possible by training stronger units and assailing Dol Guldur again, and hopefully doing better this time. Soon we shall have a stables, that's good, and then I will build the barracks. Getting barons apparently, and those should be quite good, and these pikemen units should be quite good as well, should aid us in the fight in the forest. Currently let's take those, why not? A little bit more force units, why the hell not? You're training, or building rather. Not too many useful buildings to get there. Can you build anything? Yeah, get the stables, go on. Can you train anything? A unit of cavalry, why not? Let's not train anything more. And send you two up there. Ready to sail. You are still escaping back up to Dale to see if you can't be saved. You will go this way to ensure that you don't fall prey to an ambush. Now, unfortunately, the forest took my general, so I shall have to find a new one. Or did I train a new one already? Yeah, I think he might be trained. Maybe. I'm not actually sure. But I can't train a new one, so he must be. And that is good. Then we have a general to take with us into the battle. And into the conquest. Farming complex. Grow faster. Standing stone is probably not desirable. Can you build anything? Nope. Just going through, this must be a little bit boring to go and have a look at just building up infrastructure. But when we have respite, time of respite, we might as well go and train as many good units as we can. You are on low tax rate, that is unfortunate. We'll get those, good. Lest will fall in 2 turns, and Dorwinion should be keeping Rune occupied for that time, ensuring that they will not send too many units over there. This army might well, there's no might about it, it will pose a problem. But if we can hold out, and they don't attack us just yet, and give us a few more turns, we might be able to take Lest and then take a ceasefire with them, and then focus all our efforts on Dol Guldur, and that might be fine. Let's just end a turn and see what Rune does, and let's hope they don't do anything stupid. Well, it would be good for them, wouldn't it, if they attacked me at the moment, but it would be bad for me. So there's that. What else can I tell you? Once this turn is ticking by... Oh, tell you what I can tell you. That makes no sense. Anyways, I was riding my bike to school this morning, and right on the way... what was I saying? somewhere on the road I hit something, probably some kind of glass or something, and that was rather unfortunate, seeing as my back tire then went completely flat, and that did not give provide easy riding for the rest of the way to school. That's maybe 1 kilometer I had to go without a rear tire, which was rather unpleasant. But that's not the most unpleasant thing. It was much more unpleasant having to take the bike home with me, which is more or less 2 kilometers, and I had to more or less carry the bike the whole way home. And that was not a pleasant experience and not something I would recommend to anyone. Well, I don't know why you would ever do that, but it was very unpleasant, very so much so. I would be kind of tempted to get a boat here so that I can shuffle troops up the river much more effectively, and I think I am going to do that. Can you get a boat? You can't get a boat. Can you get a boat? You can get a boat. Get a boat. Boat, say boat more. What else? More units. Units are good. Well, good units are good, I guess. Wait, 3 units were in here? Yeah, go on. No, let's send you. Go. Good. The fort is full. Sort of. We have a really intriguing army down here in Runic territory. It's not the strongest one. Not even kinda close to a strong one, but we'll have to make do, seeing as we, or me rather, have not been keeping up with army requirements properly. That's completely my own fault. But oh well, you live you learn, I guess. So let's keep moving you up there. Oh, that's... Wow, they are attacking Trandurs also, aren't they? Yeah. Blasted Dolgoldurians. I think I actually managed to save the elves from an invasion force just because I managed to kill their general. The general in that invasion force. And not to be rude to the elves, whom I actually quite like, and I do prefer playing as elves whenever possible. I'm always elves in fantasy settlements and such on, because I find them immensely fascinating and amazing. But in this case, I would have preferred the Dolgoldurian armies, but oh. Ooh, that's also an interesting bit of news. As you may already be aware, the newest version of Divide and Conquer has been released. Version 1.1 is now out. There were a few, or are a few kinks that they are trying to work out. A few weird bugs, maybe. Well, I guess all bugs are weird, but nevertheless. And they might still release a hotfix for it, and I think that was supposed to be labeled 1.2. And we shall see at what point this, at what point they are in that releasement when this video or this series is concluded. Because if they are close to releasing the 1.2 patch thing, I may just decide to wait before I start recording a new Isengard one, seeing as I would then get the newest updates without unnecessary bugs. That is so low. Why is it so low? Cultural unrest. Okay, that's probably needs standing stones, but I do think the warehouse is too good. Trade fleets, brilliant. This Sea of Rune is going to give us a ton of money, and indeed we are earning 14,000 a turn.
Yes, my lord.
That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Oh well, that happened. Oh, Dalian diplomat, yes, there we go. Give you a ceasefire. I'll even give you trade rights and map information. All I ask is map information in return, and voila, we are now friends.
Yes, my lord.
Be fair, this might be considered cheating, maybe by someone. I don't know. I'm not one of those. I have no qualms whatsoever with going ahead and asking for ceasefire from a faction which is annoying me rather than posing a proper threat. And we will go and eliminate them at one point
Yes,
or
my lord.
another, but currently I would just prefer to be able to build
Your
up
orders, my lord.
and focus on Dol Guldur, who had a chance to run rampant and a little bit too long. But yeah, if people would not much rather see some other faction, and people mention it in the comments or somewhere, I do believe... Oh nice, Candy is not our enemy. I do believe that I am going to do the Isengard one, because I do think it sounds quite fascinating to go and play an evil... Well, I guess Saruman turns evil anyways, but an evil Saruman in which he takes the ring for himself. I think that might be quite an intriguing campaign, and I hope that it would be intriguing, try again, to watch, seeing as how I believe almost everyone turns on you if you take the ring as Isengard and keep it. But that is the course which I have decided to take, and I do believe that it would serve me well. Well, serve me well, but anyways. Wow. Easterlings are sending forces all the way up here, that's fascinating. Okay, I think you are more or less safe at this point and should not be attacked by Dol Guldurians. I mean, it's not that great an army, really. Well, not that great troops, and I don't want you anyways. You're not strong enough. Well, javelins are good, but you die way too quickly when those are spent. So I do feel that you have served your purpose. End the turn again. Oh. Ooh, Dunlen. No, wait, that's the Dwarves of Casa Dum controller. Is Ost in Ethil. Pronounced the DH as the in Sindarin. Can't remember what that city stands for. Might have been something with Jewel Town or something, but I'm not entirely sure about that, and you shouldn't quote me on it. Can't remember. But I do know that you pronounce the DH in Sindarin as the, and therefore it is Ethil and not Edhil.
Your orders.
Which
Yes.
I do believe is
As
one
you
of the most...
Stopping here.
Ooh, hello? Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that was an error message or something. Seeing as it's all caps, but no, it's not. It's supposed to be there. I don't know why that's in the recruitment screen though when you have recruited them. Seeing as you should probably know where you can recruit them from at that point, but you know, why not? Ooh, yeah, get you. What else do we have? We have Burmaling. Yeah, get those. Retrain those. Ooh, hello, what could you train? Oh yes, where are you? There you are, good. Get you look somewhat elite. I am really annoyed at Dol Guldur at this point, so I am not going to shy away from a high cost when I can go and take them down. Oh, and those are just repairs, okay. Good.
Yes, my
In that
lord.
case we shall put the watchtower down here. Have a little bit of a look-see and see what
Greetings, most
the
noble.
runic people are doing.
Approaching, my lord.
Or the Easterlings probably is a better way to refer to them.
Your
Dude,
orders,
I
my
don't
lord.
actually think they would prefer runic. Ooh, I'm not supposed to be on their side, but I guess the road provides faster movement, so whatever. I'm not going to stay in there for long, Mordor. Just let me be. Don't get mad. Please. To just say please to Mordor, something is completely wrong with me. Nothing there to chain. Good. Well, good and good, but never mind. Yes. And you are going to end up... Actually, I think you can go to Eskarot. No, you can't go to Eskarot because you can't train elves in Eskarot, can you? No, you can't. But I do have a ship. The ship is important because the ship, say ship more, will bring me the troops I need. And up north. Weird pause, because I honestly don't know why there was a weird pause. But oh well. Is there anything else I could be doing that would require my attention? Not that I can think of. I think everything is training. Not training, but building. You can see here actually. Ooh, hello. Yeah, you couldn't build anything, so that's fine. You right click on the army type to bring this up if you did not know. The Burka can actually build something, and oh yeah, I missed that completely, didn't I? Yeah, get a Great Hall. More free upkeep units is always good. We are still making tons of money. 14,010.
My
I
lord.
would say that that is indicative of us coming across, crossing the biggest hump in the Dalian campaign, being that the economic one, and we have managed to stomp Rune quite well. Now, I do appreciate that this episode might be quite boring, seeing as we are again just building up forces. But it is required, and unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it, seeing as I threw away our invasion force, so that's on me. But I do hope to be able to bring you, at the very least, one more video a week at one of these weeks. Maybe it's a Christmas present or something for these last few episodes being so dumb. Or on the other hand, maybe you'll enjoy watching me fail spectacularly, and not even that spectacularly, at defeating orcs. So, to each his own, I presume.
Yes, my lord.
I do hope that you find some type of enjoyment from it at the very least. If nothing else, you probably find out what not to do.
Your orders, my lord.
But, you know, I'm playing just to have fun with it, and I do think that the Dalian campaign is quite fun. But, well, you can't do perfectly everywhere, and I'm not trying to. I would be min-maxing much more with the governors if I were trying to do that. Anything else? No.
Your will, my lord. As you wish.
No more agents or anything. I do have 4 for some reason. That's intriguing. Well, you can go up here then. Keep going. Ooh, the elves are pushing. Runic borderlands. Okay, fair enough. Go here, have a look. Okay. Oh, there you are. Yeah, just keep an eye over here. Why not? Make sure that the runes don't do anything. Eastlings don't do anything. Eskarot. Why are you in Eskarot? That's a $1,000 question right there, isn't it? You get on that. Though I think that's a Dovinian town actually, so that might not actually be necessary. There we are. Spies doing things. Oh yes. Yes. So the boated people should be coming really soon. I also don't have a timer with me this time, so I have no idea how long this video has been going on for. But I do believe... well, I shouldn't believe because I'm just going to guess wrongly, aren't I? But I'm gonna guess somewhere in the neighborhood of 25-ish minutes. You just watching 25 minutes of me building up an army and infrastructure and talking about random nonsense. Technically not even talking about anything. Just rambling on about me having to carry a bike. Wow, that was a short snippet. More troops. Construction reports. Frostguard. Okay, get the farming complex, yeah. Okay. Eskarot really should be much more advanced at this point, but I have not been paying enough attention. Damn it, I forgot to check who is not building anything. You just start making your way there. We are going to have a little bit of a shipping up of units. Let's have a little bit look. Is something not building? Skarn can't build, and Algaer. That could... ooh, yes, get me roads. Roads. Not the Greek island, but instead the travelling implement built by men. Or elves, or whatever. Oh, damn it. 2 turns, that's good. Is it cheaper to retrain? Yeah, it's probably cheaper, though I can't do it now. A few turns and then I should be able to. 1 more turn I think I can give you. And then I think I am going to round out the episode, or actually I think, yeah, 1 or 2 more turns, seeing as there's probably not going to be any action, so the more time I can put into this video and the more I can squeeze in at a shorter time is probably better, seeing as there's fewer boring infrastructure videos. There's been quite a many of them. On the other hand, playing as Dales, you don't really have too many enemies, I'm going to say. Not early on anyways. You are quite squeezed in here between the Dane, the Darwinian and Thranduil. Now, you would really have to go out of your way to get into the forest and deal with them there, and then you're quite cut off from here, or you just push on into Rune, and then as soon as you get to Candland, yeah, sure, you are going to have a little bit of a problem with them, maybe. I don't know. But before that, you really don't have that much to do, or really not that many enemies to fight. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it might make for... oh, nice. Elite units, yes please. But it might make for boring videos, and that's not fun. But we have finally started to get elite units. So that's something. Building cost reduced, and that's what I meant to say. Now, do I need the... no, I don't need the army barracks. Or do I? No, I don't. Royal Hall, and that gives me cheaper army barracks then. Get those first. Now, Lake Town pikemen. Not that strong attack, sorry, but decent defense. Get those as well. These look good, and these look strong as anything. Inspires nearby troops, well, that's brilliant. Okay, so we are finally starting to get our elite troops on the field. Dol Guldur should start to quake in their boots. Quiver, maybe, I don't know. More units. Just train anything, really.
Your will, my lord.
Anything that looks remotely strong. Oh, look at the trade routes going across here. That is just wonderful. I wonder how much that is earning me. Trade, 21,800. Yeah, and I'm pretty certain most of it comes from this area, the Sea of Rune. I do believe that taking that away from Rune as quickly as possible is your highest priority, seeing as they probably make a lot of money from it.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna have you scooch back around that way, and you go this way around. And there we have Candland. But I do think I dare say that I have been going on for close to 30 minutes at this point, so I'm going to give it one last end turn, and then that's going to be it for this episode. And again, when this series ends, if the 1.2 patch is close to being released, that is with the bug fixes for Divide and Conquer, I'm going to wait for that, and then play the Isengard campaign and see if we can't take over Rohan and maybe even Enedwaith before finding the ring and taking it for ourselves, getting all the ring wraiths and other fun things under our control. Of course, everyone will attack us, but that's not so important. Let's not focus on that. Karndum lost. Ooh, that's intriguing. I think the Ered Luin dwarves are doing quite well. I think it's them. That would be my guess, anyways, if I had to guess who had taken over Karndum. That's a big Harad force, though. Thankfully, they are not coming for me. So, there's that. Ethal Rangers can train. Wait. No, there I read that wrong. 13, I read the 2 and thought it was 2 turns until they were ready to be trained, but I missed that. Takes 2 turns to train. Sorry, my bad. Okay. Units are training, units are stationed everywhere. You are coming up the river you go, and then into the tunnel. Not quite what Column says, but close enough, I think. Many units. Gathering a force mighty enough to take out Dol Guldur. I do believe that I am going to have 2 armies when I am ready to strike. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Then we are going to make up for the lack of fighting in these episodes, seeing as we are going to make a lot, or do a lot of fighting. I am going to need actually a tomb. Mining network though. Let's get that. Yeah, we are getting there. 16%, that's not much. But we need, what is it, there, 25%, and we can train our first units. I do like the culture thing. I think that's an intriguing thing to have in the game. There's religion in the base Medieval 2 game, though you might know that, and what's it called? Culture just makes much more sense in this game, seeing as you then have much more of the population, or you have population move in rather than converting them. For instance, you would have to send a lot of humans into Thranduil's halls to take it, or convert the culture from elves, more or less replacing the elves at a little bit of at stages, so to speak. But I think I have rambled on quite enough for now. I do again apologize for there not being any battles in this one, but the last episode had quite a few ones that did not go well, shall we say that. And well, you can just go relive them maybe if you want to, I don't know. But I do hope that my new army with the barons and other fun Dalian elites is going to do much better, and I do think it's going to do much better. And then we should finally be able to cleanse the forest. But that is indeed what we're going to do the next time. So I thank you very much for watching this incredibly maybe dull episode, and thank you for continuing to watch, and I do think we are coming to a resolution quite quickly, or soon anyways. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!